This is Mindy from Time to Unwind. And sorry I didn't put anything up last week. I did fall. I tripped, hit my face on the sidewalk, and you really didn't want to see me. This was a big open cut. My face was bruised across here. It's almost healed. And I had a few other nice little gouges and gunks. And so I thought, rather than making you look at me, I would just wait. And so this week, I honestly could not do a lot for the last week or so because I was a teensy bit concussed. So I'm just getting back to things, and I want to tell you about some yarn. At one point, I picked up a couple of balls of the dog sitting on it, Mandala Fluffy yarn. This stuff is really nifty. I live in a smaller town. Even though we have four if you're going to count Walmart, places to buy yarn, I sound a little discussed there because while Walmart started out with at least 3 aisles, it's down to 1 aisle or 2, 1.5 maybe, and so it's very limited. So, but even though we have all these places, they're small and they don't get everything, and so I was out of town and I got this Mandala Fluffy, and this one is called Glass Squid. And I was petting it, and I thought this would make one of those cool scarves. I don't know, maybe they're last year. I don't know, but I was going to make my sister a kitty cat to wrap around her neck and have the tail hanging down on one side and the head on the other. And I thought she'd just love that. And this yarn, you can pat it. It's just so nice. And I thought this would be a good one. And I had 2 balls of it. I'd see how far that would go. Well, I soon realized it wasn't going to go far enough to make a nice big kitty cat. So I thought I'd get some more. I went to look up online to see who had it, because I just wanted to make the one trip out because I was still little. And so I looked online. Michael's didn't have it. Hobby Lobby didn't have it, which isn't a big surprise because they have mostly their own brands. Joann Fabric site listed it. So I went to see if they had some in-house. Well, my store didn't have any. And when I looked it up, good old Glass Squid wasn't in the warehouse. So I looked at some of the stores around because you can ship it to the store, or that you can buy it online to pick up in the stores. So I looked around, and I could get some in the Mansfield Joann's. They had, I believe it was 2 or 3 balls. And the next closest place was Hudson. This is in Ohio. So I wiped out their stock in Mansfield. I think it was 2 balls of this. And so I got that. And so I thought, well, what about some of these other colors? Well, wait a second. Excuse me. I'm wrong. They didn't even have this in Mansfield. But I'd started this and I wanted to continue it. I got another kind in Mansfield. I'm so confused still. And then I went back and looked to see, just out of curiosity, if I could get more of this. Now this is kind of wild. I'm not sure I would make a kitty cat out of this. But I was able to get a couple more of this, and at the same time I found another one, the name of which totally escapes me right now, and I got the last of that. I went, after I sent for this to be picked up in the store, which I'm hoping to get Monday maybe, except maybe Tuesday, whenever they send me the email, I'll figure out when I can get over to Mansfield again. But anyway, I went to Lion Brand site. It's like, duh, I'll bet they have it on the Lion Brand site, even if the store is out of it. Well, Lion Brand didn't even acknowledge its existence. I went through the whole site, bought some mill-ends, but my local yarn shop used to be a mill-end shop. I loved it. But I bought some mill-ends from Lion Brand, but seriously, they didn't have Fluffy. It must have been discontinued. Now, I'm not saying you can't get the stuff somewhere out there. It's gorgeous yarn. It feels so soft, and you can pet it. It would make a wonderful kitty cat if you can get enough of it. At least I would want to start with a minimum of 3 balls. And so I'm knitting this on my Prym size 10 needles, and my Hobby Lobby only carries the 14-inch straights, and so that's what I have. The Pryms are 3-sided. They have these wonderful little divots in the ends that you can use to, yeah, maybe you can, yeah, there. You can use to clip the 2 needles together so that your stitches don't fall off when you want to put it down, like that. And they have these little balls on the end. Some people say it helps to keep you from splitting stitches, but I'm talented, I can split stitches. But it does kind of, when you've got a tight stitch in it, it helps keep it from pulling off quite as easily. It can still pull off, but it's harder. So I am still going to make this scarf. It's not going to be a kitty cat, but it's going to be nice, and we'll see how long it turns out, whether it's going to be a scarf or a cowl, and go from there. And hopefully maybe I'll get something that'll work from the leftovers. I was thinking about looking at some really odd places. I have found some interesting things at places like officesupply.com, which you wouldn't maybe think about for buying yarn, but it's one of those places I might check if I want to try to find any more of this. But living in a small town where the stores don't get everything, it came, it was wonderful, I'm sure, and it went, and I just found out about it after it was gone. I like living in a small town, but there are some disadvantages. So I hope to get something else recorded soon so that we can kind of make up for lost time. I'm hoping that sometime in December or January that Tracy will be making videos again, or at least posting the ones she's made. And so, you know, it's fun to talk to y'all, and I would like to see you back. And so hit the like button if this little whine of mine didn't drive you too crazy, and subscribe if you'd like. and the dog's lying beside me having one of those dreams, and hit the bell, and it'll let you know when I'm back. Thanks. Bye bye.